Three, two, one. Welcome back to the Comic Book Bullies with Nerdist the New Bully. I'm your host Leroy, aka Dick Clark, with my co-host.
This is Eli, Baby New Year.
See, the youngins, they won't know who Dick Clark is, though. They think it's, get your mind out of the gutter. That was the guy that used to do like the New Year's host back in the 90s and shit like that when there was a New Year. Because today, the day that we're recording on is the last day of the week, last day of the month, last day of the year, and the last day of the decade. So this is it. This is monumentous. This is stupendous.
How does that make you feel?
I feel old as fuck, man. If you really think about it, because like I said, when we were kids, we used to dream about what 2020 was like. No, honestly, 2020 was so far away, I couldn't even imagine it. Like 2000 was like supposed to be the big time, you know.
Buck Rogers. Shit.
Yeah, you know, Buck Rogers of the 21st century. We're in the fucking 21st century.
20 years into the 21st century.
Right, like we're deep into the 21st century. Like, and it's funny because people still haven't even wrapped their heads around that we're going into the second decade of the new millennium. They still thinking like 2000 was like a couple years ago. Like, no, if you had a kid born in 2000, they're fucking like graduating now or some shit, you know.
Yeah,
getting
they're
jobs. Adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, your daughter, if you're a shitty father, probably in a strip club somewhere, you know. Old enough. So that's the world we live in now. You blink and it's gone. That's it. Like I said, we are like Back to the Future. We thought that was the future. We're past Back to the Future now. We're like 4 or 5 years past what Back to the Future was gonna be set in the future. Yeah. We're past Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner is in the past.
Yeah, they had flying cars and robots and clones and whatever. I fell asleep on the movie, so I don't know what else they had. But whatever else they had, it was in there. So.
We're more like Children of Men or Clockwork Orange.
That's where we're headed. Yeah. So, like I said, we survived the Mayan apocalypse that we were supposed to be taken out in 2012. So, yeah, that's the thing. So, okay. Now that being said, can we talk about Brie Larson's boobs?
Does she have boobs?
Apparently, she does. Shocked me.
Well, okay.
Yeah, okay. I know you saw the clip I sent you. I sent it to everybody.
I saw you post something, but I was like, damn, what's that? What's she doing? But I so didn't really click on it.
You didn't even look at her face, basically. That's what you're saying. Wow, Eli. Okay, but you know what? I feel like we could talk about this because it doesn't feel like we're being misogynist, you know, or being sexist, you know, for talking about the female body. We just, like, earlier this year, we named Adam Wade Adams the sexiest man in outright geekery. I think we're owed this.
That's right.
Yeah. So we get one freebie, you know, to be sexist for a while. So yeah. So basically, what happened is that she was on the Jimmy Kimmel show. Jimmy Kimmel wasn't on the Jimmy Kimmel show. She was the guest host, and she came out in this like really, really tight dress. You saw the dress, you know. It's all over.
I saw the picture. Yeah.
Yeah. So she came out, you know, and apparently she's got boobs, nice ones, you know. Go figure. She's a Marvel superhero. So yeah, she did all the training to be Captain Marvel, stuff like that. She actually do like some real training to get her body to look like a superhero. So now she's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just show this shit off. Fuck it, why not? If the male guys can do it, why can't she do it?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So they're always walking around shirtless and you know, Chris Pratt, like he's always taking Instagram selfies shirtless and shit like that. So fuck it, she can do it too. She worked hard for that. But here's the thing, Eli. Remember, fanboys supposed to hate Brie Larson. So when they saw that clip and they started walking out, now they're confused. They don't know what to think. Like my head, in my head, I hate her, but my penis says forgive her. I don't know. They're just confused. They don't know what to think. You know, like at the end of the day,
they're gonna hate stroke to her,
right? Oh, I hate you. Basically, I guess that's what they did. This is the weirdest boner I ever had. You know, like at the end of the day, she's still not a hot blonde. You know, because it's always, you always name like, we're in these nerd sites and shit like that. Everybody's always naming who's the hottest, chick in Marvel, shit like that. And it's always Scarlett Johansson, Elizabeth Olsen. If somebody says Brie Larson, they look at you crazy like Brie Larson, right? What are you getting a stank face for? Like she's still a hot blonde at the end of the day. Okay, so yeah, she doesn't like white dudes. Guess what? I'm not a white dude. So I can say Brie Larson.
There you go, you got a shot.
Exactly. I got a better shot than they do. So shoot. So I say, like, why not? But it's just funny because they're just so confused about what to think about that. I was going somewhere with this. Yeah.
But you got sidetracked.
I
There's a
did get
boob.
excited. I was thinking about Brie Larson boobs and didn't know where to go with this. But yeah, that's the whole point. She's still a hot chick. She's still in the top. Oh yeah, that's where I was going with that. Yeah, they always name them, but you know who I always pick anyway, Eli. You know I'm always pick Misty Knight. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, they never put her
yeah.
in the conversation, but that's what I'm gonna pick anyway.
No, that's too bad because
Yeah, that's just me.
she's a brick house.
Yeah. Ow. That's not gonna be the last song because we need a song for 2019. Yeah.
Oh,
Let me see if we move on to the actual meat of the podcast.
let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. All right. So yeah, so we're gonna jump into the meat of the podcast, and Eli, give it to me. What is the number one movie of the week?
Is it Star Wars again?
It is Star Wars again. Of course, you know Star Wars is gonna just completely run away with it. Let's look at the numbers and see where it's at right now. Right now, it is at 725 million. So it's $250 million right now, already in the second week. So
$250 million?
$250 million, yeah, because it's 725 million. So yeah, 25 million more.
Or
Than
three quarters.
What did I say? $250,000, $3/4.
You said a quarter.
My math off. That's why I'm podcasting. My math sucks. Yeah. So yeah, $750 million, but she's $250 million. Not she. Oh yeah, because Ray. $250 million away from $1 billion, basically. So by next week, as long as the pace keeps going, Star Wars will probably be at $1 billion, and and it's just gonna keep going from there. Like I said, whether the movie was gonna make $1 billion was a foregone conclusion. We knew it was gonna make that. We just want to know how many billions it's gonna make. That's the question.
I didn't know it was gonna make $1 billion. After Solo, I was pretty much like thinking.
Well, but see, that's the thing because, like I said,
I wasn't sure it was gonna make $1 billion.
Right. So everybody boycotted Solo. Like we won. Yes. Okay, you killed the franchise. So everybody, they're not making another movie for like the next 10 years, some shit like that. Good job, assholes. So this movie. But here's the thing. That's what I'm saying. I've been on Twitter. Fan reaction. Fans love this movie.
Yeah.
It's only, and that's what I've been trying to tell people. Like the fans that actually watch this movie love this movie. It's the asshole critics and Rotten Tomatoes defenders, things like that, and people that don't like Star Wars. They're the ones shitting on the movie, but they probably want to see the movie anyway. Or they probably went to saw the movie just to bitch about it. I watched it before I even clicked this. Before we even started watching this podcast, I clicked on a 2-hour review, and you called it, Eli. You called it. I clicked on a 2-hour review of some neckbeard just shitting on this movie for 2 hours, picking apart every single thing happening in it. And was saying this is what makes the movie so bad. Like 2 hours? Really? You can pick apart everything? Like, okay.
I could watch another movie in 2 hours.
Exactly. You can watch the movie again in 2 hours. Like I'm gonna really just watch this shit for another 2 hours of you just ranting over just bullshit. And then she shot lightning out of her hand. Like, come on, dude. They explain all this shit.
Yeah, because that's never happened in the Star Wars movie.
Right. Oh, and then she force healed. Just the worst thing ever. Like they force healed in like every single video game and TV show ever. So, like, they just
Baby Yoda did it like last week.
Yeah, like the day before the movie came out. So, but they gotta have some. They gotta get clickbait. They gotta do something.
Yeah.
So
it's the mandatory let's shit on Star Wars week.
Exactly. So all the
this movie's so much fun. Man, this movie's so fun, it pisses me off.
Right. Like, why would you watch a movie that you hate and spend 2 hours, reviewing it, picking apart shit? Like, first off, you have to remember everything about it. A shitty movie, I don't remember shit about it. But for some reason, they remember every single. That's the future we live in now, so they can remember every single detail, minute detail of shit that we miss on a movie that they hate. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, Jumanji: The Next Level. Let's see, because the movie almost did $1 billion last year. What is it doing now? I guess. I don't know, Eli. I guess I feel like everything they needed to say, they said in the last movie. From what I need to know.
That's because you liked the last movie.
I liked the last one, but I was like, you don't need another one. It was a one and done thing. That's it. But of course, because it makes money, you gotta do another one. Like, not really. Just let it be a thing. But that's where we live in. We live in a society. Number 3, Frozen 2. Number 4, Little Women. Another one? They keep making those?
Little Women.
Okay. Number 5, Spies. Okay.
Back this time.
Spies in the Skies. No. I saw that. I saw that this weekend.
You saw Spies?
Spies in the Skies, yeah.
Oh, what's that now?
Okay, so that is a Will Smith movie. Like I said, I know it was a banned topic, but hey, he saw somebody would talk about him. So it's a cartoon where Will Smith
Oh,
is a
okay.
spy, and Tom Holland, of Spider-Man fame, is like this geeky beta male scientist or whatever like that, and he turns Will Smith into a pigeon. So it's the
Okay.
yeah, it's the dumbest. I mean, it's based on a 5 minute like cartoon on the YouTube, something like that, called Pigeon Impossible. If that makes any sense, but it's
Okay.
got nothing to do with what we're doing now. So basically, Will Smith is a pigeon the rest of the movie, and yes, that sounds like the dumbest plot ever, and it is. And the thing is, the plot is so dumb, you're gonna watch it and be like, okay, what else are you gonna do with this? And they do some like really insane shit, and the more insane they get, the more you're just like, okay, I didn't expect that coming. So yeah, like I said, my nephew wanted to see it, and it was Christmas, so the whole family decided to go, and we decided to sit there and just watch Spies in the Sky. Mom and Dad fell asleep. The rest of us, we were up watching it and laughing at it because it was like, this shit is so stupid. How do you not laugh at it? You know. So yeah, most insane premise you can think of in a movie. Ben Mickelson plays the bad guy in it, so he was a good bad guy in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like I said, anybody, if you just want to take your kids to go see a movie, you can do worse than Spies in Disguise. That's it. Nothing I want to see
Okay.
again, but it was cool for a kids movie. So
All right.
overall,
Cool.
3.5
Slap
out
a
of 5.
score on it.
3.5 out of 5. I'm good because I was entertained at the time. I really was. Even though the premise is just the dumbest shit I ever heard before. Like, Will Smith is a pigeon? Okay, let's see what happens. What else we got?
Didn't he play a fish? He did. Was it fishtail or shark tail or something? He
One of
played a
those.
fish.
Right, but he
Yeah.
wasn't like turned into a fish or anything like he was a fish.
He was a fish. Yeah. He was
Matter
a
of
fish.
fact, wasn't Martin Scorsese in that movie?
Was he?
I think he
yeah.
was.
That's right.
Now that's real cinema.
Or what was it? Was it the Animaniacs with the pigeon? Was it the Godfeathers or what are they called? With
Yes, it was
pigeons?
the Godfathers where they had a guy voicing. No, one guy was voicing. Doing an impression of Martin Scorsese, and the main guy was doing an impression of Joe Pesci.
And then they had the statue of Martin Scorsese, and that they were always shitting on that they.
You know what's funny about that is that I saw that cartoon before I saw the Goodfellas movie, so I didn't get the references, but it was still funny. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but these pigeons, and they were pigeons.
Yeah.
But the shit was funny. I was just like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but the shit's just funny. Oh, you think I'm funny? You think I'm a comedian? Oh, I'm here just to amuse you? They're doing that some damn pigeons. I'm just like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's just funny. So when I see Joe Pesci doing it real life in a movie, this shit was like comedy to me. I thought it was funny as hell. I thought the whole thing was like a parody or satire or something. It's so wild as fuck. What else we got? Knives Out. Like I said, you've seen that. Uncut Gems. Now
I saw that.
I thought you would see that.
I did see it. Yeah.
All right. So what'd you think about that one?
It was cool. I really dug on it. Adam Sandler. He's it's just one of those crime dramas, street crime hoodlum flicks, like Mean Streets or Fresh, or you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just this diamond broker. He's a degenerate fucking gambler that owes money to all the wrong people, and the movie's just him trying to wheel and deal and hustle to get that score to pay off everybody. And that's pretty much the premise of the movie, but it's cool. I mean, if you're into those crime dramas like that, I think you'll dig on it. I heard a bunch of people bitching about how boring it is, but that's because you're an idiot if you don't understand what's going on. Then yeah, I think you would probably think it was boring.
Explosions every 5 seconds. That's the world we live in.
Yeah, I found it really entertaining. I thought towards the end it got super intense. Like I was like on the edge of my seat, like oh shit. So I thought it was really cool. And these guys, were they the Safdie brothers?
Mm-hmm.
They're these new filmmakers. I saw their other movie called Good Time, starring Patman. What's his name? The new Batman kid.
Pattinson, yeah.
Yeah, him. And it was really good. And he plays a scumbag. And you watch, it's just kind of like to say, yeah, these like New York, street movies and shit. He's wheeling and dealing and hustling and shit. And yeah, Adam Sandler plays a great scumbag, degenerate gambler.
I I mean, that's the
And
thing. Like,
it's
have
just
you ever seen Adam Sandler like in a real movie? Not one of those Happy Madison
uh,
movies, but I mean, other than
like
Uncut Gems.
like Punch was that Punch Drunk Love or
Yeah,
whatever.
like he's actually good in those movies.
Yeah, he
Like
can act.
he just does these Happy Madison movies just to fuck off, because he knows he can do them. You know,
Yeah,
he can crank them out on a weekend and shit. But yeah, when he plays movies like this, he's actually really good at them. So
yeah, and he's good. Yeah, he is really good. He plays a total New York Upper Diamond District Jew guy, and he's just constantly fucking up. It's just yeah, it was really cool. Like the first shot has got me. Like I've been thinking about it ever since I saw it. This is yesterday, but it starts out because he's a diamond broker.
mm-hmm.
It starts out. The intro is like in Africa, the mining. They're mining for diamonds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they find the opal, this like uncut, diamond rock. And then the camera like zooms in onto the diamond and goes inside the diamond, and you see all the colors of the diamond, and then it starts looking like the universe, like the galaxy, like space and shit. You're going like through a journey through space, and then you keep going through space. Then all of a sudden it starts turning into like a tunnel, and then it zooms out, and you're watching a colonoscopy.
Wow.
And it's Adam Sandler's colonoscopy.
What the? Okay.
And that's like that's like the opening shot of the movie. And I've just been like thinking about like, why the fuck did they do that? And I'm just like thinking, because he was so obsessed with this jewel, this gem that he was trying to sell. And then you got Kevin Garnett, who plays himself, like, and he like lends it to Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, I heard Kevin Garnett was in the movie, and I heard he was like the basketball player. Like, okay.
Yeah, he plays himself. Like he plays himself, and he brings in
Oh,
he
hell,
comes in.
He played for your team, so of course, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He comes in and because Adam Sandler owns he's a diamond broker. He owns a shop, a diamond store,
Mm-hmm.
and he comes in to buy some diamonds and shit, some bling, and then he shows the opal to KG. He's like, oh man, you gotta let me. I could feel the energy off this, man. You gotta let me borrow this for the game tonight. And then he does. And it's like he keeps making these fucking. And that's the thing, is he owes all this money. He plans on like auctioning off this opal to get a bunch of money. But then he lends it to KG, and of course KG disappears with it. But at the same time, KG gave him his what do you call it? The Stanley Cup. Not the Stanley Cup. What are the basketball players? What do they go for?
NBA championship.
What do they play for?
Yeah,
The championship ring. Yeah, he gives Adam Sandler the championship ring as collateral,
mm-hmm.
and then he goes and pawns it.
Wow.
And that's what basically happened, because he owes all this money. And it's a crazy movie, and I was like really into it. It was funny, and it was like, but it got really intense. Towards the end. Like I said, it's like one of those street crime movies and shit. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good.
Man, I'm hearing what they use to make the movie. Like they've already made the money back. So because the funny thing about
I'm sure it's just a bunch of acting. It's just actors acting and shit. And handheld cameras. It's got that gritty New York street feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Very very indie film.
Okay.
So,
I mean, because Adam Sandler had that Netflix deal where he had to do like 6 Netflix deals, some movies like that, or something like that. He's already done those movies. He cranked them out so fast, he's done with them.
Yeah.
And so half of them, I didn't even know they was out. They was like, you just look up, he got like movies out and shit like that. One of them pretty good, Murder Mystery. I actually like that one. So yeah. Oh yeah, slap score on it.
Oh, I give it a 4 out of 5. It's good. It's cool. I liked it.
Cool. Okay. What else we got? We got Cats, who nobody saw.
I actually saw a live performance of that on the New Year's, like way back in the day. My baby mama used to work at a dinner theater, and they had a live production of Cats, and I went and saw it one night. Oh. So I've seen Cats. I don't know what it's about. Just a bunch of cats singing and shit.
That's what me. There's no plot to it. It's just cats singing.
Yeah, I don't know why.
They just say their name, they sing, and then they leave the stage. That's about it. So I guess it's a weird movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody saw it. They say this movie's gonna be like cause like Uncut Gems. They said cost nothing to make that movie. That Cats, everybody in the movie was CGI. Not only was they CGI, they upgraded the CGI while the movie was still in the theaters.
Huh?
Yeah. So apparently I don't know how this worked. It debuted this week, last week, something like that. It's in when the movie debuted, they did something where they still upgraded the CGI in the movie. Like DLC or some shit. I don't know how the fuck they did it, but whatever.
They DLC'd to the movie theater?
I guess so. Just downloadable content. Boom. There we go.
Update. The movie went through it.
Right. Wait, let's install the new patch before we play this movie. That's the world we live in. 2020 can't get here soon enough. Number 9, Bombshell. What is this? Not about it.
Oh, that's that about the Fox News chicks.
I want to see that.
Yeah, it looks good too.
Yeah, because that's some real shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like everybody's real except Margot Robbie, but Margot Robbie just saying like she just played like all the blonde white chicks that was in Fox News. She just playing like an amalgamation of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but really like everybody's playing somebody real. So
Charlize Theron is like Megyn Kelly.
Right. I'm like, whoa, okay. I want to see what the fuck went down there.
Yeah.
You can imagine. We live in the Me Too era, so you can imagine all those old dudes and all these young hot chicks. Some fucked up shit happened.
Oh yeah.
It's like waiting to happen. It's like you're brewing soup. Number 10, we have Richard Jewell. I know you told me. What is this again?
That's that dude, the bomber, the Olympics bomb guy, whatever.
You told me that last week, and you're gonna tell me next week also. That's how much of a history buff I am. So yeah, that is the box office numbers. Since the end of the year, should we name off like the top movies of the year?
Sure.
I mean, like the highest grossing movies of the year.
Sure.
Let me see if I can find them. Oh, I found it.
Well, Endgame, Joker.
Yep. Let's see, 2019. Okay,
Lion
here we go.
King.
I'll give it to you. So
Okay.
you guessed the first one. Avengers Endgame. Can you guess the second one? It's not
Is
Joker.
It's not. Is it Lion King?
It is. It is Lion King.
Okay.
I'm just calling the rest of them out because the rest of me not gonna get. Because some of these movies you're gonna forget they even came out. Number 3, we have Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah.
Completely forgot the movie came out. Number 4, Captain Marvel.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
it did that good. No shit.
Yeah, like that movie. That's what fanboys do. They boycotted the movie into $1 billion. So that's what we do. Number 5, Frozen 2. Now keep in mind, Eli, the top 5 movies are all Disney.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's insane. I think I read some. I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe we got covered something like that. I'm hearing like Disney grossed like 80% of Hollywood's profits this year.
Yeah.
Or some shit. I don't know how true that is, but I thought I was like, that can't be true. But I'm looking at the numbers. It might be true.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, every movie's
like I think the first one on the only non-Disney movie on the list is Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Oh.
And that might as well be a Disney movie because they made that shit too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So that was number 6. Number 7, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. So that's not bad. Number 7, and it just came out last week.
That just came out a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's people want to say you can't say it's a flop. You can't say it's a disappointment because damn, look at it. It's doing them. It may not be doing the same numbers that the other 2 movies did, but hell, look what it's doing with everything else. Number 8, Aladdin.
Okay.
Number 9, now we finally get the Joker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is weird because, like I said, the Joker.
Is that the first non-Disney movie?
Other than Spider-Man, yeah.
Other than Spider-Man, which is Sony.
Which technically it is too because Disney made it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the first. No, it's the only. No. I take the back. Joker is the highest grossing non-Disney movie other than Spider-Man on this list. The second highest grosses is It Chapter 2.
Really? That made that much money? That's on there?
Yeah, so it's on there also. So It Chapter 2. I haven't seen any of them, but they're starting to sell both movies as like one movie. So I'm thinking like, should I buy that bundle and go with it? I've never seen any of them. Like the old CBS TV show back in the 80s with Tim Curry. Didn't see that one.
Don't watch that. That one sucks.
Yeah, I thought that everybody keeps saying like that's. Oh, you gotta watch that
because they saw it when they were 5 years old.
I guess I don't know.
Shit out of them.
Oh, here's the funny thing is number 11. I'm not gonna keep going, but number 11 is Jumanji: The Next Level.
Wow, and that's been out a week, right?
And that's been out a week. You know what? It's fun. I'm gonna keep going because I forgot some of these other movies even came out. Okay, so we're at number 11, right? Number 12 is Us.
Wow, no shit.
Yeah, so it's up there. So I didn't expect that to be up that high. Number 13, Hobbs and Shaw.
And 12 is, I mean, that's Blumhouse, right?
That's Blumhouse. So you know they made money because they did it like 5 minutes like this. So they made their money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Lil Peter, she was supposed to be in some other movie. What was she supposed to be in? They got canceled. A Scorsese movie? No, the John Woo movie.
She was supposed to be in the John Woo, yeah.
John Woo, yeah. I saw that. I heard that on Geeks Ave. You said it was supposed to be John Woo.
Yeah,
but
the Killer remake.
Yeah, which they don't need to do. But
they don't need to do.
Yeah, but they're gonna do it anyway because that's where we live in. Number 12 was Us. Number 13, Hobbs and Shaw was up there. Okay. Number 14, John Wick.
Wow.
John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. That's the thing. Like the year has been so crazy. Like a lot of these movies I forgot came out this year. You know. Number 15, How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World. You can talk about this. The 16, Secret Like the Peps. Okay. Number 17, Pokemon Detective Pikachu. I keep fucking this up. Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Yes.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. It's up there. Oh, your movie, number 18, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Woohoo!
You specifically put that on the list.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then number 19 is Shazam. So yeah.
All right.
So
well, good for Warner Brothers.
Yeah, and actually number 20 was Aquaman. Aquaman on the list?
I thought that came out last year.
It did, because the thing is, like, if it came out last year, it's not supposed to count this year, but they counted anyway. So who knows? I don't know. Whatever the way they want to make.
I thought Aquaman made like $1 billion.
It did. It also made $1 billion. That's the thing. So it made $1 billion. Then right after that, Shazam made $1 billion. Then after that, Joker made $1 billion. Oh, but DC is struggling.
So Shazam made $1 billion too?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it didn't. It's actually the lowest grossing movie this year. But everybody liked it. That's the thing about it. It was a good movie. It wasn't that it didn't make money because it sucked. I'm still trying to wrap my head around why that movie didn't make any money. Because everybody says that Shazam was, a proper movie, but if you look at the list, it's like one of the lowest grossing comic book movies this decade. So, but everybody, it came out like right during right before Endgame. Didn't it come out early in the spring? Yeah, that is true.
Captain Marvel.
It was like something else too. Something else was big too that came.
Yeah, Captain Marvel. Then you had that.
John Wick.
You had and the Dark Phoenix. I mean, there was all those comic book flicks right around the same time and shit.
Yeah, people weren't going to see all those movies, especially Shazam, which nobody knows anything about. So
yeah,
so it was still a good movie. Everybody's just like Battlefield. Alita Battlefield was around that time.
Oh yeah.
Saw that today. That's a movie that should have did better also.
Yeah, it's sad that it didn't. It was cool. I liked it in the theater. I mean, it was really cool in the theater.
Yeah.
On IMAX and shit.
Yeah, see, I didn't see it in IMAX. I just saw it just on the theater. I was like, yeah, that's a pretty cool movie, man. Movie should have made more money than what it did. Like, no reason that Captain Marvel grossed almost 3 times as much as that movie did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, but that's Marvel for you. So we ready to start this. Like I said, this is the end of the year, so we ready to do the end of the year list?
Sure.
Wait, you know what? Let's do this first. Let's name like our top 5 episodes. Not the top, our favorite or whatever like that. Or we could, but I'm just naming like the top 5 like most listened episodes we have on
our show.
Of our show, yeah. Let's promote ourselves. Nobody else gonna do it.
I don't know. I don't know what they're called, or I don't.
I'm gonna name the list. That's the thing.
Okay, you just name it because I don't.
Yeah, I'm just gonna name them. So okay, so number 5 was episode 90 and what was called was Whatever It Takes Avengers Endgame trailer review. That was just a trailer review, not the movie.
That was
review.
Just a trailer,
right?
Okay.
That's how hype people was over this movie. Number 4. Oh, this might be my favorite episode, Eli, the one I'm about to name right now. Episode 85, Liam Neeson and cancel culture.
Okay.
The reason I like that so much, because we were using the term cancel culture before anybody else was.
Okay, yeah.
And then everybody else kind of jumped on the bandwagon, so like, okay, yeah, it's cool. Number 4. I'm sorry, number 3. Wait a minute. Yeah, number 3. Number 3 is episode 96, I Love You 3000. All right, all right, all right, all right.
Is
That
that
was
is
the
that the
actual.
Avenger? Is that the Avengers review?
Yes, that was the Avengers review. So
Okay.
people wanted to hear the trailer. Us talk about the trailer. Anyone here to talk about the review? Yeah. Oh, I missed one. I'm sorry, I missed one. Actually, number 5 would be. Oh, I like this one. Okay, number 5 is actually episode 126, which is actually like a couple weeks ago, which is kind of weird. Holy Red Skies of Death, Crisis on Infinite Earths review.
Okay.
People want to hear us talk about the crisis, I guess.
No shit.
Yeah. So
Well, cool.
yeah. And number 1 episode 88. Yes, Brie Larson hates you.
Oh,
People love
so
that.
so all the hate gave us ratings.
Yes. You know what? I think because they thought they were like we were agreeing with them. Yes, Brie Larson does hate us. No. She hates you. We're cool with her.
Yeah, remember we're not white.
Right. We get a pass, you know. She's like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You two are cool. Fuck you, I'm out. Oh yeah, so that's our episode. Like I said, we had to promote ourselves for a second. So next year, who knows what insane. Oh, and you know what? Let's keep going down the list. The other ones, because I just like these titles I just made up. Episode 91 was like number 7 or something. We peel the layers off us. I like that wordplay I did. No pun intended. Well, pun intended, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Oh, non-woke review. That was the end that I had on there.
Non-woke.
You know, because people, they had to analyze and break down this movie so much. I'm like, there's really nothing to break down. The movie just telling you what it is. Don't overthink this shit.
I did a whole breakdown of it. That I remember writing this big long thing.
Let's do all these think pieces on, because I watched the movie like this. Like it didn't have the meat that what was the other movie? Get Out. It didn't have the meat Get Out did. Like
it was trying. It was trying.
It was trying. It was trying too hard. I think.
Yeah.
Like it was trying to be deep, but it really wasn't that deep. Like I said it last time when we did the review, it was like that football player that used 3-syllable words that don't know what the fuck they mean. That's kind of what us was. Because overall, it was pretty simple when you break it down.
Like in Don't Be a Menace, the guy in jail.
Yeah, exactly. You must pontificate.
2000 party over. Oops, out of time. Our bacon's doing fine.
Oh yeah, and some other ones, and the other one that I think we both had a favorite of, Bill Maher, Who Hurt You, episode 83.
Oh yeah,
we like that one.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, but anyway, that's that. So like I said, we can go to the year in review, and I guess we can do first is, are we gonna do like top 5 of movies?
Sure.
Okay.
Movies first.
I'm gonna do movies. I'm gonna just do comic book movies, man. Because honestly, anything else.
Oh, comic book.
No. You can do what you want. You can do what you want. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying me.
All right.
Because I'm just trying to think what else would break into my top 5. I'm thinking like, nothing else. Nothing else I want. Maybe Star Wars, but no, not really. Not that either. So I actually wrote a list. Where is my list? I'm gonna let you go first, because I'm still pulling up what I'm gonna do.
So I'm just gonna name my movies. I'll just go down the list.
Yeah, top 5. So, like I said, just as long as it came out in 2019.
Yeah. Okay. So my number 5, I got Peanut Butter Falcon.
Okay.
That was with the.
You saw a lot more movies than I did, for one thing.
Yeah, I really like this movie about Shia LaBeouf. He's like this. He's on the lam, and he hooks up with this kid with Down syndrome who's escaped his caretaker's home. And he's trying to become a wrestler, and they kind of have a Tom Sawyer adventure as they. It was a really good movie, and I have a daughter with Down syndrome, so it hit really home with me. So, for personal reasons, I really dug it. Number 4, I got Rise of Skywalker. Hey, I've seen it 4 times now, and I cry.
The fuck, man! It just came out last week.
Yep, seen it 4 times, and each time I keep crying.
Have you not slept?
Fresh. Number 3, I got Irishman. Fuck it. Not in the cinema. It's not real cinema because it's on Netflix. But I got Irishman.
It counts. Look. If you put that on there, then I got a movie I'm putting on there.
Yeah, Irishman. Scorsese's new gangster flick. So, had to get it on there. I'm a fan of Scorsese and his gangster movies. So yeah, this was like I was excited to see this, and it lived up to the hype for me. And number 2, I got Endgame.
Okay.
So how about that, y'all? I got Endgame over Scorsese.
What? Is that allowed? He's frowning on you now, Eli.
Yeah, saw that a bunch of times in the theater.
I have failed you, master.
Yeah, one of the greatest moments. Yes, Cap picking up Mjolnir, and the crowd went wild.
Like I said, it was a rock concert when I went to it.
Yeah, it's a theme park.
That's what he's saying. Woo!
Woo-hoo. Yeah, and number 1, yes, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
That's why I put on the banner, because I knew it was going to be
Tarantino. Yeah, I really dug this. I saw it a bunch of times. Every time I saw it, I saw something different. Made me think. Challenged my views of the world. And as everybody tried to cancel Tarantino, I had to sit there and really take a look at it. Like, really? And then I saw there's no reason to cancel this motherfucker.
Right.
So yeah, that's my top 5 movies of this year.
Okay, all right. Since so I'm gonna go number 5. Let me revise my list real quick. Okay, boom, I got it. All right, number 5. Number 5 is Alita Battle Angel.
Really?
Yeah, I'm putting Alita. Like, I saw the movie this morning, and I was just like, you know what? That movie's just that damn good, man. I'm putting it in my top 5.
It's a comic book movie.
It counts. It's a comic book movie. It's a manga. But guess what?
Yeah.
Mangas are still fucking comic books. So stop all this, this divisiveness or it's a graphic novel. No, the fuck, it's a comic book.
Yeah.
You can just say that. It's okay. It's not a dirty word.
Funny pages.
Right. We just keep going down the list. So Alita Battle Angel, that's one. Number 4, since you want to do Irishman, I'm going to do Dolomite Is My Name.
I had that on my list, but then I was like, oh shit, I forgot about Endgame.
So it was either Eddie Murphy or Captain America.
Yeah. Yeah, you see my spot where I crossed off Dolomite. That is a good movie. It's on my top 10.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta put that in it because that's one of the most enjoyable movies I saw. And that's the thing, like I didn't see too many movies other than comic movies in the theaters. But on Netflix, I saw a bunch of shit. Like that 6 Underground Michael Bay movie almost made my list. But I was like, if it was top 10, it probably would have been there. I really enjoyed the movie because it was just batshit insane. Like Michael Bay just unleashed, But anyway, number 5, number 4, number 3, Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm gonna put Spider-Man in there. Even though, yes, I know it's pretty predictable. I know it's Spider-Man fighting another disgruntled Stark employee. It's still Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mysterio was great.
Yeah, Mysterio was great. Jake Gyllenhaal, gave it his all. Like we keep talking about these shit, Marvel villains. He was one of the better ones.
Yeah, they made Mysterio work. Just like they made the Vulture.
I thought they would never make work.
Yeah, they made Mysterio work.
Fishbowl and everything. Like, okay. Yeah. So that's number 3. Number 2, Joker. Oh wait, okay. Joker wasn't even on your list.
No, Joker's not. No.
Wow.
No, Joker, yeah. Sorry.
But Scorsese approves of that one though, doesn't he?
I know.
I think that's like the only comic movie he likes.
And I saw it twice in the theater too. I saw it twice. Yeah, for me, it's the end. I just don't like him whining at the end. That's what takes me out of it. It's a cool movie.
Get what you fucking deserve. You mean that part?
Where he just gets on TV and kind of whines. And,
yeah. I mean, I took it like it wasn't just him just, whining and ranting. I thought they were trying to have 2 different opposing points of views. That's what I thought. And then he shot him in the face.
Yeah, and that's cool. It's just like he could have did a better rant. He could have whined cool, is what I'm saying. That's all.
I can agree with that.
He was a little too crybaby. He could have been a more sinister and jokery. You know what I mean?
Because I think here's the thing.
He could have sang a song, "Let's Go Loony," and I would have took that over.
That's a little bit too Alan Moore-ish, to do that.
Over everybody's mean to me.
But see, that's the thing. Okay, because I think now we know comic book Joker, supervillain Joker, but they're trying to real world Joker. And to real world Joker, I think they really were. I think Todd Phillips and Joaquin Phoenix, I think they were trying to make Joker an incel. I think that they went out of their way to make him an incel. And the thing is with incels, a lot of times they think it's everybody's fault but their own.
Yeah, but just the scene before that where he kills his coworker and then the midget guy can't open the door. That was that's the Joker.
That was the Joker. Right.
That
I
was
was
the
just saying.
scene
So
where
you saw
he's
him
yeah,
progressing towards the Joker, then the other scene is just him going back to being a white incel again.
yeah. So, but no, it's I dig it for what it is, and like I said, that scene where he meets young Bruce Wayne, woo, that gave me shivers.
Yeah. And see, that's the movie. And that's just the exact opposite. Like you had all these think pieces on us. Joker was the movie that we all had think pieces on. Like this is what the movie was really about. You know, like whether we overanalyze the movie or not, that's neither here nor there. But like I said, for me, it was my second favorite movie this year. And of course, my favorite movie this year is Endgame. Easy. Now I know a lot of people out there trying to combine, debate which movie is better, Joker or Endgame. Stop it. Stop trying to be edgy. You know, stop trying to just be a contrarian just for no reason. There is no way an incel killer clown is better movie than Captain America holding Mjolnir in one hand and Wakandan vibranium shield in another hand, throwing lightning at Thanos, trying to save the universe. That didn't even compare.
No,
Like
even though it was 3 hours long, that moment made it worth it.
That made it. We have a movie where Spider-Man was riding Mjolnir, holding an Infinity Gauntlet through a battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna see that again. It's not gonna happen again. That's some shit that if you told me 20 years ago, 30 years ago, whatever like that, I'd be like, I'll slap you in the face. Like that shit will never happen on screen. It happened. It's there. So it was so many and like I said, yes, the movie was a bunch of like the second hour of it was nothing but fan service. Okay, I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm.
So service me.
Why is that a bad thing?
Right?
Yeah.
Why is that a bad thing?
No, it's not.
So I mean, give me what I want. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, but like I said, that third hour, yeah, I would change nothing from that. That shit was just perfect. Just an hour of just ass beating and shit blowing up, and like I said, it was a theme park. But it was the closest thing I came to a rock concert ever in a theater. It's fucking insane. However, I do want to make an honorable mention, Eli. Okay. So Endgame was the most like energetic crowd I had this year in the movie theater. But the second when I had the most energetic crowd in the theater, even though it didn't make my top 5, was Dragon Ball Z Super Broly. Now remember, I reviewed that early this year.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and I went back and listened to that review, and I heard the energy in my voice after seeing it that day. I was like, oh, damn.
A cigarette.
Yeah, right. Oh, service me, Goku. So I was getting excited then again, just listening to it again. I was like, damn, I really had a good time watching that movie. Now, like I said, I couldn't put that in my top 5 because it's an entry level to get into that movie. You have to be a DBZ fan to like really enjoy it. You can't just walk into that movie, don't know what the fuck a Goku is, and be like, oh yeah, I get it. No, you won't know what the fuck is happening. But if you understand what's going on, then you're going to be excited. You're going to watch the movie. So that's why it's not in my top 5. But yeah, everything else, yeah, that'd be my top 5. So I'm like, yeah, that's fucking awesome. So we broke down the top 5. Can we break down our top 5 TV shows?
TV show, sure.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna let you go first again because I gotta think about what I'm off the top of my head. I might steal some of your list.
My top 5 TV shows. Number 5, I have Stranger Things.
I've never seen an episode, but okay.
Yeah, one of my favorite, the best times I had this summer was the day after the 4th of July. It was raining here in Minnesota. It was just me and my kid. We went and bought a bunch of munchies. We had a bunch of leftover barbecue. It was raining outside, so we couldn't go anywhere. Like, fuck it. We sat there all day and binge watched the whole season, eating junk food, eating leftover cookout food. And it was just one of my favorite times I had this summer. So Stranger Things, number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, I have The Mandalorian. Hey.
You mean the Baby Yoda show?
The Baby Yoda show.
Yeah.
Mandalorian.
Okay.
Or
now we know what you're talking about. Okay.
IG-11 show. Number 3, I have Swamp Thing.
Okay. Oh, you put Swamp Thing over Baby Yoda?
Yeah, because Swamp Thing was fucking awesome.
You fucking baby puncher? What the hell?
I mean, The Mandalorian was great. I mean, I like it. I'm a Star Wars fan, and but it was pretty predictable. Where I felt the Swamp Thing was just all sorts of awesome, and I didn't expect it to be that gory and bloody and hard edged as it was.
Yeah.
And it kind of bums me out that they didn't continue. But what I did see was great,
Yeah.
and I was really super into it, really looked forward to every week, And I remember I delayed. I was like, damn, I delayed the last couple episodes because I was like, shit, this is gonna be over, and I don't want
to. wanted to savor it. Yeah.
I wanted, yeah. I'm gonna take a mid-season break before I watch it.
Right.
So okay, that was number 3 is Swamp Thing. Number 2, Cobra Kai.
The YouTube show?
Yep.
Okay.
I had so much fun with this show. Holy shit. Cobra Kai. Taking Johnny Lawrence and redeeming him and making him like an anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this show is so much fun. You're a fan of a Karate Kid movies, it's there. It takes all the, very, very faithful to those movies, a lot of Easter eggs and references, and it was just a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun watching that show. And then, of course, number 1, it's Watchmen.
Oh, why did I forget that? Okay, yeah. Okay.
Oh, forget Watchmen.
No. I completely forgot. I was like, what is number 1 going to be? I have no idea.
Yeah, Watchmen. I mean, who would have thought that a sequel, modern day sequel to this comic book would ever work? And it did, surpassing expectations, blowing everybody's mind, pushing buttons and pissing people off. The Watchmen, yeah. I can go on and on about the Watchmen, but I'll give it to you.
Okay, all right. So let's go. All right, so number 5 is gonna be Doom Patrol.
Okay.
Also was on DC Universe.
I watched that. I should watch it because I got the DC apps.
Yeah, Doom. I love Doom Patrol, man. It was so fucking weird, man. That's why I just liked that shit so much. I'm like, just give me that weird shit. That's why I liked it. Number 4, Swamp Thing. Like I said, it is still the best show that DCU has on there, even though that last episode was trash. But it wasn't their fault.
Yeah.
They had to clean up storylines that they were trying to, propel into the next season, but they had to turn around and wrap that shit up. And a matter of fact, they actually made them cut 2 episodes. So they had to fill 3 episodes into 1 episode and wrap it up with it. We're going to do a season finale. So, yeah, they just fucked the episode up. But every other episode, awesome. Classic. My compliments to the chef. What am I? Number 4. Number 3. Number 3 is... Oh, no. Number 3 is Mandalorian.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. AKA Baby Yoda. Let me just give some, because I'm probably gonna talk about the Mandalorian later on. But the thing about the Mandalorian, I love the show, love the premise of it. You're right, it was predictable. It was a spaghetti western. The Mandalorian character himself, he was cool, but he could only be cool for so long because he just had that faceplate on the whole time. Other cool characters were popping up. Not every episode was like super strong. Some episodes did straight up feel like filler.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna just go to planet and just do shit until the last 2 episodes where shit actually happened. So basically, the whole Mandalorian felt like the first 2 episodes was something, last 2 episodes something, and everything else was just I'm gonna just hop from planet.
And that's why I gave it a little. It was a little lower on my list because it was the lack of plot, lack of, I wanted more information. I wanted to find out more, and there was a lot of just filler.
Now it was cool for what it was, but I think people kind of overrate this show a little bit. Like, oh, Mandalorian is the greatest thing ever. Like, no, it's really not. Not the best thing we've had since Return of the Jedi. It's just a show.
Yeah,
and that's why I feel like we gave it a pass because all of our expectations were lowered. We weren't expecting, to be better than the greatest Star Wars property ever. We just wanted to see just a good show. We didn't know what it was. It had no ties or connection to anything else. So whatever it gave us, we were just like, okay, just watch it. Another thing about this show, is it me or did the color grain or the film grain of this show was just kind of like over budget or something? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being too nitpicky, so I'll just go past that.
You ain't got that 4K yet on the Disney app or what?
I mean, I don't, but the thing is, when I watch other 4K stuff, cause there's another TV, it worked as a 4K TV I can watch the shit on. So when I watch other shit like Endgame, that shit just pops. Boom, boom, boom. Captain America beating the fuck out of Thanos and Thor calling out lightning. That shit awesome. Then you even watch the Last Jedi, cause now that's on Disney Plus. That shit just pops. Then you watch the Mandalorian, you're just like, Like, fuck, I don't know. But you know they put money in it, but I don't know, something. Anyway, number 2, The Boys.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
know how the
fuck,
fuck you forgot that, Eli.
I forgot about that shit. Yeah, damn.
Yeah, because The Boys are fucking awesome, man. I don't know. There's a lot of people that haven't seen it. That show. Watch The
Yeah,
Boys. It's better than the comic.
I totally forgot. Like it ain't even on my top 10. Damn, I totally forgot about
So
that.
we had to go back and think about that one. So yeah, and season 2 comes out next year, but next year is tomorrow. So next decade is tomorrow. So
Yeah.
no reason to be over dramatic, but yeah. And number 1, of course, is Watchmen. Like I said, to me, and we're gonna do a top of the decade episode sometime. I don't know when, but Watchmen is my top show of the decade. That was just perfect the way they did it, because the way everything just unraveled, and it really made you think, and it made people open up to levels of history, and it had this conversation like, we want to talk about think pieces. Watchmen gave you think pieces.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I felt too stupid to write about Watchmen. So I should really write something on the Watchmen.
But you didn't want to come out like, oh, maybe I would have missed something. Because that's the thing about it. Like, you want to watch something about Watchmen, but then you like listen to their behind the scenes, conversations like that. You're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, you go on social media, hear somebody else talk about it. You're like, oh, I didn't even catch that shit. Like I throw some shit at you right now. Okay, so Sister Knight her superhero moniker is a nun, right?
Mm-hmm.
So nuns are supposed to be, married to God.
Yeah.
In the show, she's married to God.
Damn,
that's what I'm saying. I found that shit out today. I was like, oh damn, I didn't even think about no shit like that. So it's like the show is just on like a whole nother level that it makes you think, and that's how the comic was. Like like people reading the comic. The comic's 30 years old, Eli. We are still finding shit out about it.
Mm-hmm.
That the show just like, oh, this shit happened in the comic, this shit happened there. Think about this, and
and wasn't what's his name, Cal, before we found out who he was?
Right, yeah.
His name was Cal.
Yep.
Kal-El.
Kal-El, yep. And the thing is, like they even had this like okay. Like Kal-El had the story about how he escaped his planet, shit like that. The Hooded Justice had a storyline where he was the last survivor, of his, because basically Black Wall Street was his world. It got destroyed. He escaped.
Yeah.
So that's where he got the inspiration to become a superhero from Superman. And just like you said, we talk about Cal, we talk about John Osterman, Dr. Manhattan. We show him escaping, his world.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing about Superman escaping Krypton is an allegory for Jews, seeking refuge.
Moses, yeah, the story of Moses,
like the Moses story, like it's all connected. It all goes together.
Yeah, so, Moses was put down the Nile in a basket.
Right. Hercules, same way.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's the same story. They keep telling over and over again, but that's what they were all connecting. I don't want to say Jesus mythology, but I'm just saying within mythology, it's always been the same story that's been told over and over again. So yeah, like I said, it's a deep show. I didn't write about it either because I didn't want to come out stupid and somebody point me out that's much smarter than me. So no, you completely missed the point of the show.
Dumbass.
Right. So I just left well enough alone.
The Wokeman. You mean the Wokeman?
Oh, somebody left that shit on. I'm not even gonna talk shit because they probably listen to it right now. I kind of laughed when I saw it, like the Wokeman, really. But that's a lot. But you know what? I think that's a lot of reason why a lot of people didn't watch the show, because we said it's the best show this decade and this year and stuff like that. But I think that first episode kind of turned a lot of people off. So a lot of people didn't watch the show.
Oh, it pushed buttons.
It pushed me buttons. Like, you know what?
Like, right away.
Oh yeah. Think. Yeah. Just give me the Mandalorian. Just give me Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
So that's the level we're at right now. But yeah, for those who listen, like I said, both Eli and I recommend The Watchmen. If you first watched the first show and got turned off and then want to watch it, please watch it all the way to the end. Even if you get pissed off, it's a good. It gives you talking points.
Yeah.
If nothing else. So, what else we got? I'm trying to think. I gave you notes and I don't know where they are. So we got TV shows. We got hell, can we talk comics?
Comics.
I mean, this is a comic show.
It's what we're called.
So we're not gonna do a top 5 because nobody wants to hear that. I don't think we want to. But Eli, give it to me. What is your favorite comic, I guess, storyline or story arc or graphic novel this year?
I got Murder Falcon.
It did come out this year, didn't it?
It did. I kept thinking about Venom and all these other stuff, but I'm like, Murder Falcon for me personally. This is more of a personal taste.
Mm-hmm.
It was such a stupid idea. It's about this fucking monster bird from another dimension that fights demons with the power of heavy metal music.
And that's the thing, Eli. When you were describing this book to me, I was like, this checks all Eli's boxes right here.
Yeah,
I know he's gonna like this book.
It sounds stupid as hell, but it turned out to have so much heart and dramatic weight to it. Like, it just blew me away, and it's just a tribute to heavy metal and heavy metal fans and why fans like it, why our love of it, and what it does for us. It's just a heartfelt story about perseverance. And I was like so touched by this story. Like, wow. Like I felt proud after reading this book, So yeah, Murder Falcon, Daniel Warren Johnson. He's a great artist as well. He did that new Wonder Woman book, that Dead Earth. Did you read that?
Is that out yet?
I
thought that was coming out.
It came out last week, first issue.
Shit. Oh yeah, the week we skipped. Okay.
Yeah, the week we skipped. It's awesome. It's fucking cool as hell.
Oh yeah, because I want to start reading more Wonder Woman. Shit, all that mythology and shit like that. I kind of want to get into that.
Yeah, this is like a futuristic, like Mad Max wasteland, and Wonder Woman wakes up, hundreds of years after the Earth's been fucking decimated or whatever, and she's basically a Mad Max savior. It's fucking cool.
Okay.
But yeah, Murder Falcon, Daniel Warren Johnson. If you like metal, check it out. If you don't like metal, you probably won't get the references, but it's still a good read. Hey.
Ooh, okay. Can I cheat and do a tie? Okay, I'm gonna just do a tie. I feel like because we have to mention this one. Like storyline, story arc. It's a tie between Doomsday Clock, because I gotta count Doomsday Clock.
That's this year. You're gonna.
I mean, it's this it's the best storyline of 2019.
I guess
of 2018 of 2017.
How many issues came out this year? Did just one or two issues come out? How many issues of Watchmen? Doomsday Clock come out in 2019.
It's one of those books you got to reread over again because you're gonna forget shit that happened. Like, wait, where the fuck am I again? No. So I think maybe 3 issues came out this year. But like I said, the story started in 2017, and tomorrow is 2020. So that should tell you something. And they said the story, and you know what's really fucked up about it? Like the story took so long to wrap up that DC had made managerial changes. So the people that are in charge of this book that said they were going to do some shit with it, they're not even in charge anymore. So the people that are running DC now don't give a fuck what happens with Doomsday Clock.
Well, weren't they supposed to reboot the universe again, right?
But they rebooted in Doomsday Clock. We're going to talk about it.
Okay.
Because they kind of just broke down like all this shit we're going to do, and we're going to talk about that in a second. So let's do it. So, like I said, tied with Doomsday Clock, and like I said, DC property with House of X.
Okay.
Yeah, because House of X, to me, that was some mind-blowing shit. First off, like I said, I know you're not an X-Men fan. Me, I bleed X or whatever, So when he took the X-Men and turned it on his head where it's something completely different that I never seen before, while at the same time doing something I'm familiar with, I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like he took it to the next evolutionary step of what the X-Men are supposed to be. Meanwhile, throwing some extra shit in because that's what Hickman does. Like I said, he did the shit with Fantastic Four. He did the shit with the Avengers. So it's only right for him to do the same shit with the X-Men and what he did. Now, notice I said House of X, not Powers of X. That Powers of X bullshit was too confusing. So just the House of X, that shit was hard. He had some awesome scenes in there. Like when they went there and they stormed that base in the sun, and Wolverine chopped out the Sentinel's head and was fighting them all the way into the sun. Like they both sitting around like, yeah, that's just fucking awesome. So,
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's my pick. So yeah, Doomsday Clock / House of X. Okay. So, favorite single issue this year?
All right. I had to really do some research.
Yeah, just one.
Favorite single issue? I'm just gonna do Immortal Hulk number 13.
Okay. Now, what was this one about? I know you talked to me about it, but I forgot.
Yeah, well, Immortal Hulk. This is where he goes to hell.
Okay.
And he's fighting the demons in hell. He's confronting, his dad and all,
Question: was Ghost Rider there?
No, Ghost Rider was not. Oh, it's not really. I guess it would be. It's technically not that hell, but it's where the source. It's the green door, or the one below all, where he meets the one below all, and the source of his anger, all the Hulk's anger.
Mhm.
And this issue's just action packed. It's got Absorbing Man and Puck and everybody. Rick Jones' corpse comes back to life, and because he's in hell and shit, and he turns
Why
into
would Rick Jones
Abomination.
be in hell?
And I don't know. And they just start fighting all these demons and shit. But then they finally open the doorway to get back to Earth. And Bruce Banner, this is the moment that got me. And this is the reason why I'm putting it on this list.
Mhm.
Is they're right about to go back to Earth, and Bruce Banner's just like, you know what, fuck it, leave me here. I don't want to go. Just leave me here. And the Hulk is like, no, man, we got to go. And he kind of has this moment with Bruce Banner. It's like, you know what? I know I'm an asshole. I know I fuck shit up, and I know you can't stand me, but the only reason why I do this shit is to protect you. And I just thought I'm not getting shivers just talking about it right now.
Damn.
I just like choked up on reading that part. And I was like, so for this book to convey that much emotion while during a fight with demons in hell, that's just great. That's just great writing right there. So yeah, Immortal Hulk number 13.
Okay, cool. Can I do another tie? I'm sorry. I know I'm cheating. But one of these books has to be on this list. Okay. Okay. So, like I said, since I did House of X, I got to do a book out of House of X, because the one book in House of X that just, for me, just was a complete mind fuck. And that was House of X number 2.
Okay.
And that was the one where Moria McTaggart, and I know comic cats make fun of the way I say her name, I don't care. Mama named her Moria, I'm gonna name her Moria. So that's the one where it was revealed after 50 years of X-Men continuity that she's been a mutant the whole time, and nobody knew about it. I'm like, wait, what? So I should be pissed. Okay. Yeah, but I wasn't pissed. And that's the one where she can't, like, her power is reincarnation, and she kept going through different lines and started changing shit, and sometimes she do this. It's like Groundhog's Day, and then she becomes the 4 Horsemen of Apocalypse, and she forms, fights the Avengers, and she becomes like an assassin, and she kills Bolivar Trask like Sarah Connor from the Terminator. And then there's this hidden world she never known. That's the one where Destiny is blind and sees that she's a mutant and sets her on fire and makes sure she's on fire so she remembers that shit. I was like, this whole thing's like a mind trip. Like, it completely turned my head on what the X-Men have always been. I'm like, they can do this shit. So now, did Hickman kind of write himself a get out of jail free card? Because he can always just say, well, whatever I fuck up, Moria McTaggart can just reboot the universe and be done with it. Yeah, kind of. Yeah. But still, it was still cool as fuck. It was still a cool ass story. That's one.
Yeah, I actually remember that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's one. The other one, and it's probably gonna be my favorite issue, because this is one we actually reviewed and actually put on a YouTube video also, and it did happen this year. That was the Green Lantern number 3. You remember that one?
The one with God or whatever?
Yeah, the one where he fights God. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's my favorite issue. That issue was fucking trippy. Because it was like so much symbolism and, so much Grant Morrison was throwing into that book. It is like, it wasn't God. They thought he was God, and it was like he was fucking up the environment, but the folks don't care because he's making.
Because they gave him superpowers,
right? Yeah. And Green Lantern was like telling him what to do, but they were just looking at him like he was like this fascist policeman, and like fuck the police. It was like he was just piling shit on top of shit on top of shit. I'm just like, yeah, single issue. Those two like stand above everything else. So yeah, I think that's it. Did we run through everything? I mean, as far as like the top 10.
Top 10 or top comics, yeah.
Top comics. You got a top video game, I guess?
The only game I played this year was, Spider-Man.
But that came out last year, so.
And that came out last year.
So it doesn't count, yeah. I'm gonna give a nomination. And
I played Devil May Cry. Did that come out this year?
It did.
Devil May Cry?
It did.
Yeah, I played that. That was fun. Yeah.
I think it did.
I'll say that one.
Okay.
That was fun.
I bought it but haven't played it.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to go on sale because I was waiting on Steam. I looked on it finally went on sale for $20. I was like, okay, fine, I'm buy it for $20. But I haven't uploaded it yet. So,
Yeah.
but how is it? Because even though people are naming other games, I saw some YouTuber that said personally for him that was his game of the year, and all he does is play games and that's it.
Like, yeah, it's been like I said, it's been a long time since I played a Devil May Cry game,
Mm-hmm.
and you play as all these other characters and shit, like his brother and all that shit. But it was cool, and this guy, he looks like Kylo Ren. He's like a sorcerer. He was pretty cool to play with. You know, he got all these magic powers and shit. So you play all these different characters, but it was still a lot of fun. Just, you know, mindless hack slash kicking
Have you
ass.
made it to the Michael Jackson part yet?
Yeah. What's
that?
You
did? Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you made it pretty far in there then.
Yeah. No, I beat it.
Well, what? I feel like you're more gamer than I am, even though I'm running the gaming episode part of it. Every time I name a game, you say you already beat it. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, it was like earlier this year. That's why I didn't remember it came out this year. But I beat it earlier, like the spring or something.
Yeah, it came out pretty early, and I kind of waited for it to go on sale. So,
but it took me forever I finally beat. Like, it took me like 6 months, but I finally, like Spider-Man. Like I beat that, and I got like 100%. I did everything on that game.
I didn't
like
do everything
mission.
On that.
Yeah, every mission, every side mission, every boss. I did everything. I got 100%.
Yeah, once I beat the main story, I sold my PlayStation. I was like, fuck it. Just don't need to play this shit anymore.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give a nomination for Game of the Year. Like you said, Devil May Cry, very good choice. But Eli, I can't believe you haven't played this game yet. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
I have not played it yet.
Oh my God, you got to play that game. That is Game of the Year.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
It's just that good. Like it probably didn't have like the smooth, free-flowing combat of Devil May Cry. It's more methodical. It's more like God of War. So it's basically like God of War, Star Wars, basically. And he gets all kind of
God of War was fun.
Yeah,
God of War was fun until you got to do puzzles and shit.
The puzzles I ran to are not that bad, you know.
And or climb up. They're like figuring out ways to climb up cliffs and shit.
Okay, yeah, you got to do that. Yeah.
Super Mario type shit.
Yeah, because the same guy that made God of War made this.
Yeah, that's what
so
said.
It's gonna be a lot of similarities to it. So you're gonna see it. But the combat is in it. You know, he can parry and shit, and it's actually pretty hard. They're saying it's actually. I haven't got very deep to the game. They say it's more like you'll play like those Dark Souls or Demon Souls games.
I haven't played Dark Souls, no.
They say it's more like those games. Those games are hard as shit. I played those games before. They say it's similar, closer to that one. So yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna spend some time, and but it does have like puzzles and shit. You got to figure out shit like that. But nothing I came across was like super duper hard or anything like that. But yeah, you gotta stop and figure some shit out before you start killing some more stormtroopers and shit like that. But yeah, but the story is pretty cool and the graphics cool. And it's that kid that played the Joker in Gotham, or Jerome, whatever the fuck his name was. So pretty cool, and it's supposed to be canonical. So you never know.
Yeah,
he might be in the Obi-Wan show or something.
That's right. Yeah.
Because I think all this shit happens around the same time.
Well, he escaped Order 66. So
he escaped Order 66, and he's being trained by the Jedi and shit like that. So who knows?
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want to now. That's the thing about these Star Wars movies. I know we said we weren't going to shit on Star Wars anymore, but I'm going to shit on Star Wars. I feel like they're just letting Twitter and Reddit and Tumblr just write these movies now. And that's what they're doing, because they're even starting to use phrases that were made up on these sites in the movies. Like, you know, where they attack people at the end of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, and they say, let's do the Holdo maneuver or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a internet term.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the internet made that shit up, you know, because of Holdo in The Last Jedi like this. So now they're using these terms, you know, shit like that.
I didn't know. I didn't think it would catch on them. I heard it hated that shit.
That's what they're doing. They're going on like what's a popular, and then like all the like Darth Revan like that. Like they're saying that they're not gonna pay attention to the EU canon, but the more we keep going on, the more they're throwing the EU canon in there.
Yeah, they are. They're like Ben Solo was Ben Skywalker, Mara Jade and Luke's son.
Right, so they're tweaking shit, and like Darth Bane popped up in one of these cartoons, something like that, or whatever. Yeah. Whatever, I don't know. I'm not into that shit. But the point is,
it was, and in the books, it was Luke, or not Luke. It was Leia and Han who had twins.
Right,
Jaden and Jason, or Jayla, or whatever. They had, yeah.
It's Will Smith kids, Jaden and Willow. Yeah.
but like the guy, but the son went dark, and the daughter had to fight him.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. That's what they're doing. They're kind of taking that, picking and choosing from the EU. But I think they are like listening to the fans and seeing what the fans want to have in these shows. And just taking that shit. Because didn't the Darksaber, didn't that originate from some EU shit too?
That was actually the first time I heard Darksaber was an old book, like
that's
an
what
old
I'm saying.
comic book.
I know,
Yeah,
like
from
it was
back in the 90s.
Yeah,
but then it popped. It was in the Clone Wars, but wasn't there a Darksaber in one of the Force Unleashed games?
If it was in the second one, I don't know because I didn't play that one. But it wasn't in the first
one. Yeah. I think there was like a Darksaber, but yeah.
But like I said, they're just kind of just picking and choosing. Which
speaking of the Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, we can do it. We can do it like did I name all my shows? Only had one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay. So now we can talk about, because I'm glad we talked about that before we move on to the next part of it. Because now there's one show that I named my top 5 that didn't make my list, and it didn't make your list either because you didn't see it, and that is The Witcher.
I watched 2 episodes.
You watched 2 episodes? Okay, it's like 4 overall. So yeah, I'm gonna just give my quick review of The Witcher. Like I said, it didn't make my top 5. It wasn't gonna crack Swamp Thing or anything like that because I love fucking Swamp Thing. First off, let me talk about Swamp Thing some more. The reason I love Swamp Thing so much is because they would take some of those episodes were taken directly from the Alan Moore comics, like beat for beat. I was like, oh fuck, they're really doing this shit. They're really going there, you know. And then he ended the show. Fuck it. But
and they ended the show.
Yeah, back to The Witcher. Now, Eli, you saw the Facebook our fan page, right, where we did the post on Mandalorian versus Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Mandalorian won.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think the Mandalorian should have won that. Other people saying The Witcher is like the greatest show, and it's Game of Thrones 2.0, shit like that. And I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen Game of Thrones, so I don't know. I've seen The Witcher, and I'm like, if that's Game of Thrones, y'all really like overhyping that show, man. I don't know.
Not enough tits or dick to be Game of Thrones.
Oh no, there's plenty of tits. You just gotta wait. You gotta keep watching.
Yeah.
There's one chick that she just her titties are out just the whole show.
Sweet.
Like, yeah, I'm just.
I look forward to that.
I'm like, yeah, it's coming. It'll happen. But I'm just like, yeah, but y'all got to give me more than just tits and blood and shit. You know, it's got to be something like, where's the story? Because first off, the story was confusing as fuck. I had watched the entire season twice to know what the fuck was going on. Because here's the thing.
Damn.
Yes.
Did you sleep?
Yeah, this was like in 1 week. Well, you went to the movies. I'm sitting here at home.
Well, I saw Star Wars 4 times.
Right. I'm sitting here watching a whole season of TV just twice.
Twice.
So, yeah, but the thing is, the reason the show is so confusing because the show doesn't tell you that it hops around from different times, just at any time. Like, it hop from like...
Yeah, I got the sense of that. Like, there was a couple like flashbacks here and there.
But they don't tell you. There's no, here's 10 years ago. It just there. It just happens. You know, and you just got to just figure this shit like, oh, okay, this happened this time, that happened that time. And they think they're being clever, but they're not. That's just confusing. Like, it's not like they did it in Watchmen.
I saw a meme. Yeah. I saw a meme today where it said, watching The Witcher in order or something.
Yeah.
And then it shows that picture of the Hulk from Endgame. He's like, time travel.
Yeah, so the show is confused. That's why I had to watch it twice to see what the fuck was going on because I didn't know. Like, wait, what happened? What? Okay, that's the girl that was born back then. She's what? She's older, but now they've been around 20 years. I was like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. She said she's been around for decades. I'm just like, I'm trying to catch on to the show. So yeah, after watching twice, I found out what's going on. I was just like, okay, this show is like requiring too much of my attention.
Yeah,
just to be just a passive TV show.
Yeah, and for me, like I only watched the 2 episodes, and I've never played any of the games, so I'm not familiar with the lore or the mythology of The Witcher.
And that's the thing. So, I think a lot of people that are into it, they know this stuff.
Yeah, so I didn't feel compelled, like, oh, I got to see the next episode. You know, so I've only watched 2.
And so, you know, and they keep throwing all these weird ass names out, like I'm Zugaba Boogaba from the blah, whatever. I'm like, so when they just talking about, they get time for like 5th, 6th episode, I don't know who is who. Like, remember Venerius or Syphilis or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. Shit, it's just some guy. Oh, that guy, the brown guy. Okay.
Bluffkin.
Right. So I don't know who is who. They just throwing just names at me, just syllables at me. So. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, Eli, we talk about this. I'm not into the sword and sorcery and fantasy shit, anything like that. But I do think the people that like really, really die hard about this show, because some people are saying like this is the best thing on TV like ever, or this year. Like this is shitting on anything that has ever came out. Game of Thrones is better, But that's because I think they are invested into the lore. They read all the books. They played all the games. Because people have been calling like the video game the greatest game of all time. Like I said.
Yeah, I mean, I've known this. I know this is like a big, deep thing. Like, didn't it start out as a role-playing game?
No. It started as a book. It started as a book.
Okay, but then wasn't it an RPG, like an actual board, like a Dungeons and Dragons? Like
now
we had to,
that I don't know about. If that is a thing, I don't know anything about that.
Like 10 years ago, it's got to be at least 10 years ago, 10, 12 years ago, this death metal band called Vader, that I'm really into. They had a theme song to one of those games or something.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember seeing the video, and and they had this the Call of the Witcher or whatever, or the Rise of the Witcher.
The game out now is Witcher 3. So these games have been out for a while.
Yeah. But back then, when this song first came out, it was for I think it was for like a PC game or something.
Right, that's the thing. That the games were on PC at first. Like the one that came out now was the first game to come out for regular console, like Xbox and PlayStation.
And this was like 10, 12 years ago.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah. So
like I said, everybody says it's the greatest game of all time. I bought the game, played it 5 minutes, got bored, fell asleep on it. That's just me. Like I said,
I like swords and dragons and shit. And like that first scene of the first episode where he fights that big spider monster, I was like, oh, whoa, okay.
Yeah. Oh, and the game got nudity in it. That's the fucked up part.
Okay.
So
right.
Yeah, so that's
that Conan game had nudity too.
The Conan game had nudity too, right? He just walked to a bunch of slave girls and shit like that. He just closed the door like on the clean room reward, So so the witch like that also, and I tried, and that's the thing. I noticed people were saying, "Oh, you can't compare Witcher to Mandalorian. They are two completely different shows." I'm like, "No, the fuck they're not." Like, you really watch show? They're pretty much the same fucking show. First off,
one's in space, one's in medieval times.
Yeah, other than that, you take out the setting, it's the same show. The Mandalorian is a bounty hunter that goes from planet to planet looking for jobs. The Witcher is a monster hunter that goes from town to town looking for jobs. So his show, his show was just as episodic as the Mandalorian was. And they both are trying to protect little children that got magic powers.
Okay. That's right. There's that little girl, the little queen or whatever.
Yeah, the little girl.
I'm only 2 episodes in, so
yeah, but you've seen it. But yeah, that's a thing that pops up later on. But she got magic powers, and she's like a banshee or some shit. I don't know what the fuck she is. Read the book. It's play the video game. All that shit is in there because everybody like, oh, I can't wait for blah blah Syria blah to grow up and become the Sirius of the blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, whatever. You guys are way too much into this shit.
Can't wait till Harry and Ginny get together.
See, and that's the thing. We're not qualified to talk about this show, I guess, Eli. We need an expert to.
That's the only reason. Well, I watched the first episode whenever it came on. I mean, it was Star Wars weekend. You're gonna have a lot. You gotta really wow me to get my attention on Star Wars weekend. All right.
Yeah.
So that episode came out. I watched the first episode. I'm like, okay, all right. And then you were like, "Have you watched Witcher yet?" I watched the whole season. I'm like, shit. Well, maybe I should watch another. Maybe I should try one. I watched another episode. I did another. And yeah, but I had it come out earlier, maybe I would have really been into it. But I'm just too. I started watching Rebels, Star Wars Rebels on Disney.
On Disney Plus.
So that's what I've been doing lately, and I might like Solo better after I watch.
Now it's just all connected.
Yeah. Ooh, I recognize that.
Because they're throwing all your Easter eggs just for the fans,
Yeah.
So we got The Witcher, and like I said, I don't know these characters, but apparently people that know this lore, they know these kids just like we know, Captain America and Thor. They know these folks like that. So this is their shit,
Yeah.
Henry Cavill, like I said, he's playing. He's doing a good job playing whoever the fuck he's playing. I think
The Witcher.
The Witcher. I think Honestly, I think he's a better Witcher than he is a Superman.
Sure, yeah, okay.
I mean, I'm just saying it because I just thought, like, as a Superman, he was just too stoic and kind of murderous looking. But in this one, he's required to be stoic and murderous looking. So I'm like, yeah, you made for this shit. So yeah, the more he does this shit, the less I want to see him as Superman. Like, fuck Snyder Cut.
He's a better brooder than like a a hopeful. What is Superman?
Yeah, like
Superman doesn't brood. Superman doesn't brood.
Yeah, that's the thing. Superman doesn't brood, but that's all the fuck he did in those movies. So yeah, so what he's doing now, he's made more. He fits better for these type of roles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's my thing with him. Yeah, and wait you get to the episode when they start showing titties shit like that. Maybe you start getting into the show more. But yeah, overall, Witcher did not crack my top 10. Honestly, I didn't really even think that was that good of a show. I know everybody else just going nuts over and shit like that, but I was like, okay. If y'all wanted to be the next Game of Thrones, I guess, sure, whatever. So, all we gotta say about that, I guess we moved to the video game section. We're gonna keep it like, wait, we just went to the video game section. We just talked about the video games. That's it. So I guess we talked to the next part. We actually talk about the comic books. Okay. This is the Comic Book Bully Podcast. We're just gonna talk about the books that came out not only this week, because guess what? Nothing came out this week.
No.
Everything came out last week because they decided to take the week off, so everybody's on break right now. But there was one specific Marvel book that did come out this week, and it's actually like a huge big book that came out. Can I guys start it off? Can I talk about that?
Sure.
Okay. So the book that came out is called Incoming #1. It is a 90-page book. It was $10. It is basically the only book that Marvel dropped this week. I think it was like some other books like Spider-Pig or some shit like that.
I read Venom. Venom dropped.
Oh, yeah. Venom, and I think there's a new Doctor Strange book that came out, but I didn't read the Doctor Strange book. I tried to, but whatever. So, yeah. So, Incoming came out, and basically, like, remember, what was that book? Marvel 1000?
Oh, yeah.
Why didn't that make our list? Oh, yeah, I know why they didn't make our list.
I didn't even read it.
Oh, I only read it. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to get you caught up, because it's kind of like a sequel to that Marvel book. Kind of, but not really. Okay. So the book starts off with, like I said, 90 pages, so I'm going to just breeze through this shit as fast as possible. The book starts off with the hero that left out that last book called The Masked Raider. Basically, his power is that he has this mask that's made out of, like, the cosmic energy, some shit like that. And what it does, whoever he fights, it raises his fighting ability to match that fighter. So it could be me if I had that mask and, like, Black Panther walks through the door right now, I can fight just as good as Black Panther. Basically, that's his superpower. And he's got, so he walks in, it's a murder. He's trying to solve a murder mystery, but he knows something is weird about this murder mystery that he knows it's got something to do with superheroes. So he goes find Daredevil. Daredevil goes find another superhero. The other superhero goes find another superhero. And that's pretty much the whole book. Basically, what this book, I'm going to just tell you what happens. This is, every time a superhero meets another superhero, he's like, hey, somebody died. But I ain't seen you in a while. What happened to you? Oh, yeah, man, this last year, I got kidnapped and died and came back and blah, blah, blah. And then, okay, see you later. And then it's a little cliffhanger about what's going to happen to them later on down the road. So basically what this whole book is, it's a story, but it's really just a recap of Marvel this year. Like all their stories. Like everybody's in like Captain Marvel and the Hulk and Amadeus Cho. And did you know they had a all Asian Avengers team?
No.
Yeah, not Asians. Agents of Atlas. So Agents of Atlas is just nothing but Asian superheroes just all on one team. I'm like, I didn't know there was a thing. Like, okay. So they got a whole team. The Avengers show up and the Defenders show up and Jessica Jones show up and Ghost Rider shows up and Night Thrasher and Nova and the X-Men. Because I always wonder, how did the X-Men fit in this timeline? Because Hickman just doing whatever the fuck he wants to do. That was interesting because remember we read that book about how they read that timeline in House of X2, like eventually in the timeline Mr. Sinister fucks them over. Well, yeah. We see Mr. Sinister at the bottom of his lab, like because Professor X made a rule that you are not allowed to like clone other mutants unless you have the permission. He's like, okay, I'm not gonna clone other mutants, but what I will do is make combinations of these mutants and do the fuck. That's where you got like that Rasputin that had like 5 strains and shit like that. So he's working on that now, but nobody knows he's doing that shit. So that was like the only interesting thing that happened in the book. Other than that, they just hopping from whatever to whatever. And the book ends on another cliffhanger on their next big crossover event that's about to come up. Because what's the dude name? Hulkling. There's this Hulkling thing that he's actually like half Skrull, half Kree. He combines the Skrull and the Kree. So now there's no longer the Skrull and the Kree. They're all combined into one race called the Alliance. And he said the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna conquer Earth. Book ends. Next year, Empire. That's the name of the event coming up. Yeah, that's the book. So
you sound thrilled.
I mean, because I know what the book is. It's basically, look, we got time off. We just need everybody to come in and just write a quick little insert about recap what you've done this year, and do a little cliffhanger about what you're going to work on next year. This is just a mission statement. That's all it is. It's not even really a book. It's just like a business plan. That's what you read. That's what it felt like. So it didn't even really feel like a story to me. It was just like a thing that Marvel has going on. So overall, it still had cool art and still had some cool stories in there, shit like that. I get 3.5 out of 5. And then you just got to rush out and read. But if you just want to just catch like what point is Marvel continuity at right now, this is just a refresher course. That's all. And that's all it needs to be. Yeah.
Are we going to talk about Doomsday Clock?
We are, but I was going to let you review a book first. Then we're going to talk about Doomsday Clock.
Okay. Well, I didn't read? Oh, Venom.
Now, I'm trying to see if Venom tied into this bullshit that I just read. So
I don't know. Venom's trying to fucking join or the Avengers want Venom to join.
Why?
And I'm like, yeah, that's what I said. I'm like, oh man, is this where they kill it?
He saved their asses in the last crossover.
Yeah, basically, I was like, is this what they're gonna do now? Is make Venom a good guy now?
I mean, that's kind of like
turn him fluffy. We're gonna have fluffy Venom now.
I mean, he's a cash cow now, so they can't have him just being a terrorist and shit like that. So if you say the Avengers asses, they have to at least extend the invitation.
Yeah. So Captain America shows up, and they're basically like giving him an interview, and I mean, there's still interesting stuff going on between him and Dylan, his son, and all that shit. Mm-hmm. But he goes to an island to try and fight Carnage, because he's got Carnage in him now.
Oh yeah, because he like combined some shit.
He sucked Carnage out of Carnage, in absolute Carnage. But I was just like, what is this, number 22 or 21?
21, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. 3 out of 4.
Because here's the thing, because there was a Venom excerpt in that book I just reviewed, and like I said, we know like in the absolute Carnage that Null got loose and he's just flying towards Earth.
Yeah, he knows Null's coming, but he's not telling anybody about it.
Gotcha. So like in every planet that Null goes by, he just like fucks the planet up and it just disappears like that. But here's the thing, so Null is on the way and he's fucking shit up. Yeah, like he's on the way fucking shit up, and Dylan can see him.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Was that in the book at all?
Yeah, Dylan's got powers, and they're not telling anybody.
Yeah.
Dylan's not telling Eddie he's got powers, and Eddie's not telling anybody that Null is coming.
Okay. Because Dylan can see Null coming like plain as day. Like he sees him coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. I don't know why it wasn't in this book.
That's what I want. I like that. That's like pretty interesting. So, okay. So that's all they did. Like that book I reviewed, it just planting seeds of what's about to happen next year.
It sounds like they're building up towards an event that I don't give a shit about.
Really. Yeah. Or events. Another World of Realms 2 or some shit,
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, can we talk about Doomsday Clock?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, this Doomsday Clock, and damn, we talked all this shit. I forgot everything that happened in this book. You might have to help me out. Okay, so this is Doomsday Clock.
I was reading this. Oh, Leroy's gonna love this.
I sped through it too fast, but anyway, let's see what I remember from this book. Okay, this is Doomsday Clock number 12, the wrap up of this story. This is done. Okay,
3 years in the making.
3 years in the fucking making. So what we have is Superman facing off with Dr. Manhattan. They just standing in the White House, and then you got Kondak forces versus the Russian forces, and they're trying to just tear the shit out of each other. Superman standing in between each other, trying to stop them from fighting. Meanwhile, they're just throwing shit all over the place. He's trying to save other people while trying to stop them from fighting, and Dr. Manhattan just looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Superman like, what? Just standing there with your dick hanging out and shit like that. Like, go save somebody. You're like, nah, I ain't gonna do shit. Because I already know what's about to happen. He's like, well, what's about to happen? Either you're going to kill me or I'm going to kill you. One or the other. You're like, no, you're not going to kill me. So once the time finally comes down, Superman, right there. Because Dr. Manhattan straight up tells Superman, like, yes, all this fucked up shit happening right now, I caused all this. Your whole world, your whole universe, I caused that shit. So everything that's fucked up happening to you is because of me. Like, your parents are dead because of me. Now, how does that make you feel, Superman? And all of a sudden, Superman's heat vision, eyes start glowing and shit like that. He's getting ready to punch, but he doesn't punch Dr. Manhattan. He punches like some fire Russian dude behind him that was about to attack him. And Dr. Manhattan like, well, why'd you do that? He's like, the reason I did that is because obviously there's some fucked up shit going on with you, but you can do good if you want to. You have a choice to do stuff. You don't have to just go through the motions. If you want to make a choice and help some funny, you can do something. He's like, you know what? I guess I can. Okay, well, let me just destroy everything. And then he just blinks and everything just disappears. So apparently, right before our eyes, Dr. Manhattan has caused another crisis. Just reboot the universe just for the fuck of it. So we see Superman's ship crash on the world again. We go through the whole nothing. But here's the interesting thing. Now, in the New 52 origin of Superman, his parents died on prom night. Got in a car crash. They died because their brakes went out because Mr. Mixioplicknick fucked the brakes up because he played a practical joke of Superman, so like that. However, since Dr. Manhattan has rebooted the universe, Superman saves them this time. So basically, everything that the New 52 did, that Dr. Manhattan did, he's undid it. So everything is technically back to the crisis area again. So the New 52 never happened, I guess. If that's what you want to say, I don't know. That's what happened. And then Dr. Manhattan keeps going on like, yeah, because every so often, every 5 years, every 10 years and shit like that, the universe will and he also restored the multiverse also, which was gone, but now he blinks his hand and said, yeah, it's back now. Fuck it. So the Justice Society are back when they've been blinked out in New 52. The leading superheroes are back, which Bendis brought them back anyway with like no explanation whatsoever, but fuck it, they're back. What else happens? So he keeps going in the future time, like, okay, like in 2020, Superman is here. In 2025, you're going to reboot the universe again. In 2030, he's going to fight Thor, and he's going to fight this green dude that's stronger than Doomsday that's going to give it up. Like, wait, called Secret Crisis? Like, wait, what are you trying to say? Are you saying that a Marvel and DC crossover is going to happen in 2030?
I was wondering about that. I was wondering, as like because, but then I'm like, well, there's a bunch of Greek gods and goddesses in the DC.
There is. Like, I think there is a Thor that exists in the DC universe, but
so I wasn't sure about that.
But I think that's the loophole they did. They were like, okay, we can get away with saying Thor because technically we have a Thor, but when you say Thor, you know who they're talking about. So like Superman's gonna fight Thor and he's gonna fight a green Goliath, right? And now come on, we know there's only one green Goliath that's stronger than Doomsday. So they know the way, and then they call it Secret Crisis, Secret Wars, Crisis.
Secret Crisis, Wars,
yeah. So that's the thing there, and then may not even be more interesting. The more interesting thing is that they actually revealed that 5G thing they were talking about.
Okay.
So they said, and then we're gonna reboot the universe, and we're gonna do a crisis called 5G, and it said something about like Batman has a daughter that's gonna try to save Damian or some shit. So he's gonna have I don't know. Anyway, point is, Dr. Manhattan has caused another crisis right under the nose that may or may not affect the universe because Jeff Johns is no longer even in charge of the DC universe anymore. So
stay tuned. Next on DC Comics.
Because they moved Jeff Johns up to the movie universe because they tired of Zack Snyder fucking up everything, so they put Jeff Johns in his position, kinda. So they got, I think, Jim Lee running the DC side of it, so he might not give a shit about none of this shit. He's like, yeah, that was cool what you just did, Jeff Johns. I really don't care. And just do his own thing. So that's DC for you. We don't know. Overall, it was cool, but I just don't know. But the reason I was excited about this because I thought, okay, it's going to be some big changes going to happen to DC. And now we don't know if there's going to be a big change or not. Like, man, some of this shit may not even happen. Like the whole universe has just been completely changed. The Justice Society is back, who've been wiped out of existence. His parents are back, who's supposed to be dead. Lex Luthor.
It just seems like he just went back to status quo.
That's exactly what happened. Basically, what happened is that it's not that he changed anything. All he did was just erase the New 52. That's all he did. So nothing changed. Everything just went back the way it was, like it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm give it a 4. What about?
Yeah, you were nice to this book, weren't you? I thought you were gonna like it a lot more.
I did, but I mean, but honestly, if I didn't know behind all the behind the scenes bullshit, I probably would have liked it more.
Yeah.
But now that I know all that shit, it's just like this book is. It basically what it is that the book took too long to come out. That at this point is pointless.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Because after watching like the Watchmen show,
yeah,
this just felt like a little like really lackluster.
Yeah, it felt like fluff. It's like, okay, y'all just doing just normal. Basically, what you want to take the Watchmen and put them in a superhero universe when they were never meant to fit in there to begin with.
Yeah, and maybe if it came out like on time and not been delayed for 2 fucking years or 3 years, it might have meant something more. But it
felt like they're cashing in on the Watchmen.
Yeah, I mean, especially coming out 1 week after the season finale of the show.
And the thing was, I was like, really, and you're exactly right, Eli. I was super excited for this book before that TV show.
Yeah, and this show is like one of the best comic book adaptions ever.
Right. So
when I
when I watched the TV show, and then I go back to this doesn't seem as good as it did before.
Yeah, because the show is like faithful to the source material. It's thought provoking. It's challenging. It pushed boundaries and dealt with all these current events. And this book just kind of felt like a step backwards.
It was just a superhero comic with Watchmen.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
The first Watchmen series is all about how superheroes can be corrupted and outdated and useless, and how society doesn't need superheroes. And this comic is like, no, we need superheroes, particularly DC superheroes.
Right. So, because at the end, Dr. Manhattan steals a kid, raises him to be Superman. Yeah. Some shit.
It's basically a love letter to DC. It's an ad for DC.
Yeah. In DC. So they're just stroking themselves off.
Yeah. See look how cool we are. And I'll give it that Jeff Johns wrote a great story. It's brilliantly written. The art is fucking dope. Mm-hmm. And how Jeff Johns ties everything together. It's very well done. And if you're a Superman fan, I'm sure you're like, aw.
But it almost felt too sappy because all of a sudden now what Dr. Manhattan got so inspired, he decided to put pants on now.
Yeah. Yeah, but like
I don't have to have my dick out anymore because Superman didn't have his dick out. So
yeah, I mean, just after watching the show and how great that show was, this just felt like kind of shallow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It did. And I hate to say it because I was like really excited for this whole series, but it just doesn't look the same after watching this show.
Yeah. Because I was reading it and I was just like rolling my eyes the whole time, and I'm like, Leroy's gonna love this shit.
No, they're totally sucking. It was too corny for even me.
Yeah. I was like, they're totally like sucking Superman's dick this whole fucking issue.
And then
like fucking Dr. Manhattan was like, damn, Superman, take off your pants. I
was like, oh man, it's disappointing, Eli. Not just I don't know. It just I want to know how we're gonna view this book years down the road, because right now it's not favorable. This is a book that you're gonna have to sit back and just read the whole thing at once, because it's been so spaced out that it's kind of hard to just gauge what this story is really about anymore. Because I completely forgot what it was about anyway. Like from the first issue to now. Yeah,
I mean the timing. It all came down to timing, and the timing was just wrong. To finally end it right, like I said, a week after the season finale.
We're gonna have
that show meant so much. And, provoked all this conversation and pushed buttons and pissed people off and was just so ingrained in our current social climate.
Right.
Which is what the Watchmen was meant to do. Right. And this is just like, hey, superheroes are cool, especially our old superheroes. Remember them? How cool they are back in the Justice Society. Days? Yeah. So I was just like, eh.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if you watch, we can recommend people to read the original Watchmen comic, and we can recommend people to watch the TV show because in the same vein. But I can't recommend somebody to read this comic after watching the TV show. I can't do it in good judgment. Because you're just reading another superhero comic, which the whole thing Watchmen's trying to do is subvert the whole superhero genre, not just crank out another superhero comic. Which that's what this was.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. What's your score?
I gave it a 3 out of 5. I mean,
Damn. Okay.
it
Yeah,
was
come on. At least Gary Frank had the artwork. Come on.
it had cool art, and I will give, like I said, it's brilliantly written. How he tied everything together, how he makes homages to all the old superheroes. It's. I'll give him that it's written very well, but it just doesn't mean as much to me.
I agree with you. Yeah. It's, I don't know, just all of a sudden it was supposed to be this book, supposed to be this game change. Now it just feels like filler.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. I'm booked out. I don't know what else you got.
Yeah, we can cut it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like you had some more. You just like, fuck it. We'll see.
No, it was a light week. It was a light week.
I mean, everything came out last week because they knew they were gonna take this week off. So yeah.
Yeah. Spent like fucking $50 on fucking comics last week. Jesus.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, if you listen this long, definitely like, share, and subscribe. Definitely listen to our other podcasts. We have Comic Cast, which actually had Matthew Rosenberg on there. So definitely listen to that.
Yeah. That was
and I
cool.
think didn't this episode Adam Wade Adams like run the whole episode?
I didn't listen to the whole thing yet, but it was just Boogie was gone and Adam was hosting.
Oh, I gotta hear how that sounds. The inmates are running the asylum. Definitely listen to our sister podcast, Geek Sav. Also listen to Hoodoo TV, This Geeks and Comics, Wrestling Council, Talking Balls. No, don't listen to Talking Balls anymore. That's not a bad show. Football season's over, so. Well, at least I think their season is over with, so no reason to listen anymore. And yeah, that's what like I said. Next time we're gonna do this again, it's gonna be a completely new decade. We're gonna be in the Roaring 20s. Woo! Al Capone. Bootlegging. We're gonna bring all that fashion back too. Great Depression. It's all coming back. Wait, was that? No, that's the 30s.
John, then you will.
Yeah. So it's all coming back. So that's what we're gonna do from there. And yeah, like I said, now one thing I did love about The Witcher that almost made me put on there, that fucking theme song. And that's what we're gonna go out with.
Not the death metal Vader band.
No, not that one. No. Far from that. That's what we're gonna go out on 2019 for. So until then, this is Leroy.
This is Eli.
And see you next decade.